Hello everybody, this is Crumbs018, and this is going to be my thoughts on 7 Deadly Sins Season 2 Episode 18. I'm going to try and get, at least this one done today. I'll try and get more done tomorrow. But I hope you guys are enjoying the new shows that I put out, and I will try and get the other reactions that I did for the other episodes of the other shows done, because yeah, I didn't just, watch them and not record it. I did actually record it. The only one that really had a little trouble recording was the one that was 50 minutes long. And the one I'm probably never going to do, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, the beginning of the episode still Harlequin and Deanne fighting against the two substitutes. Even with Harlequin fighting it, using his true power, it still isn't really much of a match against the substitutes. He manages to destroy the vine one, I think, but not the rock one. The rock one he's still having a hard time with. And Deanne actually summons her little golem thingies that we saw in the backstory on King and Deanne. And they were essentially really weak and didn't stand a ghost of a chance. And Harlequin tells her that she needs to envision the ones that she cares deeply about, because those were based on imaginary friends of hers, so they didn't have the strength that they would need. And so she does what he says. She makes a Hawk one, Meliodas, Matrona, Elizabeth, and King. Obviously, even the Hawk one can't do much, because it's a pig. But Elizabeth can actually fight at least a little bit that we get to see before she gets smashed up. Meliodas starts fighting it. He gets smashed up. Matrona starts trying to fight it. Actually manages to get it to crack a little bit before she gets her head busted off. Hawk can't really do much of anything. It's just jumping on the thing, and it probably gets killed too. And surprisingly enough, contrary to what we know of King, the Harlequin Golem kills it. He destroys it. Which is surprisingly, because King is, if you've seen the show, you've seen that King cannot fight hand-to-hand combat at all. He'll try, but he'll get his behind kicked every time. So, they actually managed to win their fight, which is good. Then they show a little bit of the other teams fighting until it gets to Escanor and the others. Escanor and Hawk are going up against Gother and Jericho. And Escanor asks if he could possibly not fight because he only came here to deliver the alcohol. And what was the thing's name again? I can't remember. Galmascula? Something like that? I don't remember exactly. Tells him no, it's all the fun of it. And Gother essentially is trying to do this so he can get the wish and get a heart. Because, as we know, he does not have one, at least that's what he says. And thus, he does not have emotions. Well, he starts acting like a bit of a little douche because of this. And tries to put Escanor into a... Wish that thing would stop doing that. In a actual nightmare like he did with Dreyfus back in season 1, but it backfires on him because in it Merlin tells him, you're gonna die alone, I don't care about you, I don't love you, blah 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 blah. And Escanor says that, oh, that's fine, you're not the one who needs to walk beside me, you're essentially you're the sun, essentially, to me. You're the light in my life. And because of this, it has the effect where it helps him to get in his strong and muscular form that he has during the daytime. Because his sun is there. The sun. Merlin. And he sadly can only hold this form for a little bit, and he summons his sacred treasure, the battle axe, and actually knocks Gother's glasses off his face, which we actually see that he does need the glasses, because without the glasses it's blurry for him. And they essentially prepare attacks on each other. and Gother's attack hits because it's like a tracking attack. And Escanor falls and lands on the ground, and Gother claims victory, but Jericho tells him, you're a jerk, and tells him to go look over the edge of the cliff, and he does, and and actually, instead of attacking Gother, Escanor was actually aiming his attack at the two demons. So they're down for the moment. And we actually get backstory on Escanor a little bit. He was actually apparently a prince, second prince to the throne of some kingdom. You don't even know what kingdom he's from. And his brother was jealous and was, beating him up one day, and he grabbed his brother's arm, I'm guessing as his magic power showed up. And I don't know what else he did to him, but it looked like he broke his arm. Because from the way that they acted like he killed his brother. Which, we don't know the details. We might get those details later on, but he essentially is disowned as a prince, and essentially he's ordered to be killed on sight. And some woman named Rosa smuggles him out of the kingdom, and he enters Leonis. Or Britannia, whatever the name of the country is. And that's how he ended up joining up and meeting up with Merlin and Meliodas and joining the Seven Deadly Sins. And we find out that he actually does love Merlin, which is why he named his bar My Sweet Gluttony, because Gluttony's Merlin. Anyway, it was good that we get a little bit of backstory on Escanor. I am curious as to who the name of the kingdom is that he's from. Maybe we'll get that in season 3, or there's a movie out for the show. I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen a little bit of it, because I was looking through videos on YouTube and I was like, what the heck is this? And I picked it up because I thought it was some fan-made thing, and apparently it was not. So I've seen a tiny bit of that movie. I don't know what it's about or anything, but yeah, it was good to see a little bit of backstory on Escanor. Gother's becoming a jerk. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I certainly did, and I will see everybody next time.